Okay, hello, welcome in. I'm just doing a quiet little drawing session today. Continuing this, what is the start of an Arthur Hacker pencil drawing study that I started earlier on today. And it feels like it's one of those first proper spring days here in England. So I thought I'd just sit with that and draw into it and see how far I can take this with the time limit that I have given myself. And I hadn't planned to go live yet again, even though it was my intention to go live a couple of times this week, or at least once. I missed out last week and a week before as I was away. But today definitely feels like it's a good day to get back into it. And I'm going to give myself about 40 minutes here to see how far I can push this. And this is, I started this, was it earlier? Was it today? I think I might have actually started it. No, it was yesterday evening, I think. Yeah, it was. Just before the light ran out. You know, there's a few other sketches I was working on, so. But yeah, just thought I wanted to jump straight in. Definitely makes such a difference when everything is a little bit lighter. You can feel the warmth of the sun, and people are looking a little bit happier, even though it's been a bit inconsistent. Now I've got my phone positioned on this little stand, so it might shake a little bit, especially as I'm doing some sketches, some shading. I have to press a little bit harder down on the sketchbook. But this is, the original is a sketch by this English painter. I think he was part of the Pre-Raphaelites, or he was inspired by them. And I was just flicking through some of his work on a website, and I came across this gorgeous sketch of these figures lying underneath a tree and in the grass, or more like in the leaves on the ground, and like you have these sort of flowing leaves. And I mean, it could be something to do with autumn and fall, or fall if you're in the States. But I don't know, to me it was like, it sort of looked, signified like an awakening coming out of a deep sleep. And I just wanted to sketch it, so I thought it was a really nice piece of work. I don't think it was a painting. I think it just remained a pencil sketch. I'm just gonna put my phone in focus mode as I do this. Stop some notifications popping up. Whoever drops in, it's a funny time of day, so I'm not expecting many people to drop in, but I wanted to make sure that I use the natural light and yeah, see what I can do basically with 40 minutes of focused work. Well, I actually started the timer at 45 minutes, but I had to finish writing the title and the description for this live on YouTube. Now, in the original by Arthur Hacker, there's not one figure lying beneath this tree. There's actually three of them. There's one figure that's sort of spread just over here. Looks like she's a little bit further out of sleep, or just coming out of sleep, and there's one just below this one too. So will I fit them in, or will I just leave it as the single lady right here? I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's see how it goes. But I will check the chat just in case somebody pops in, feel free to ask me any question. Anybody who does turn up, I'll probably repeat that a few times, just so people know. But yeah, this is like just me and the sketchbook, no music today. I still don't know what people prefer on lives. I don't usually watch them myself, so I imagine some people will just like the sounds of pencil and paper, but who knows? Maybe some might prefer some music. But yeah, just before I had started this live stream, I mean, my plan was actually to start a new oil painting. I'm a bit overdue on that. I need to start it, and we'll be turning it into a longer YouTube video. Definitely have to do more frequent studies for oils. But anyway, before I started this, I was just on my doorstep, just getting a few minutes of the lovely warm sunshine here in Brighton City in England. Sipping the tea that I have right now. And just, yeah, taking it all in. Had a really nice walk this morning to the shops, and definitely feel a strong surge of creative energy today. So I want to put that to use as much as possible. And there's a lot I've given myself to do before the day is out. So anyway, I will talk less and focus on the drawing itself until somebody pops in the chat. I'm just scanning around parts of the drawing before I move on to the other figure, if I do that, just to check there's certain things I want to put in or leave out. Usually I have a bit of paper to lean on here, but I don't have one today, so to stop further smudging, but in this case I think it'll be all right. Who is on YouTube at 3:30 p.m. in England, UK time, or 4:30 for most of Europe? I imagine it's probably quite early in the morning for anybody in the US. Just trying to figure out how much of this figure's hair do I actually want to put in and let it sort of fade into the shadow of the tree behind her that she's leaning on. I do want to darken the shadows a little bit. I did sharpen my pencils a little bit earlier this time, just in case. I mean, I might have to sharpen them again on this live, but to avoid really loud, irritating sound. I mean, maybe it's not irritating, but it is very loud. So, just gonna push the values. to stick to the flowing movement that I'd originally placed down. I still feel like I want to go darker. Yeah, when I was sketching this earlier, I was literally just thinking to myself, why am I going live? I may as well just turn on the live stream. Could also experiment with doing these at night, but the lighting will be very different, of course. I don't know if it'll be the same, but it might be worth trying just to see. I imagine there'll be a lot more people scrolling through the internet and looking for something to watch in the evening, so it could be better. But regardless, anyway, I think anybody can watch this afterwards. The only difference is the live interaction won't be there. So I guess if you ever want to make sure that you catch a live stream from me, I think you can get notified by it by turning on all notifications on my YouTube. There are a lot of leaves in this drawing, so I'm definitely not going to draw all of them. I think I'm just going to keep a few very, very abstract, and could definitely spend a long time really going for pushing the values and the accuracy, but I just want this to be a pretty simple study. Nothing too over the top. But if you are watching this after the stream, you can still comment and I will reply to you later on. So if you have a question or you just want to say something, say it and I'll get back to you a little bit later. Just going to check the timer, how long I've got left. Okay, 25 minutes. Not too bad. pick up, even though this pencil's almost done, just to get some fine lines in this tight space. Hello, whoever has joined. Feel free to comment, say something if you like. You can interact with me live here, ask me anything you please. I'm just doing a master study pencil drawing from Arthur Hacker, which is an English painter, I think from about 150 years ago or something, 100 to 150 years ago. I was looking at his work. I mean, I've looked at his work recently a few times, but last night I was flicking through some of the paintings and yeah, I was looking for something to get me back into my own flow of drawing. I decided to do this study. So I'm getting closer now to the point where I can put that second figure in. I think I've got time to at least make a suggestion. And it's a figure that's lying across this tree trunk, that it curves down here, continues on, and then disappears into all these leaves. Don't know what happened there. So we've got 20 something minutes left. Gonna get a little bit more of the tree trunk values in before I take on this second and potentially third figure in the scene. Right now I'm just using the pencil stump to lightly smudge some of the lines that I put down, but not all of them, just a little bit. So about 20 minutes left. I'm definitely gonna sharpen my pencil briefly. Just a second. fact, I'll probably do all of them. This one looks sharp enough. Right, cool. Let's continue. I'm drawing at a funny angle because I'm trying to fit it in for the stream on my phone, but it should be fine. So, I'm gonna get this second figure's head in. Just mapping out some of the gesture first of this second figure. It's a lot of like swirling hair that seems to disappear behind the tree, and you can only partly see the face. Just slightly. Barely see her eye. It's like the cheekbone, the tilt of the cheekbone and the nose coming down. If I try and get the angle right of the nose and the perspective, we see those under planes, the bottom planes of the nostrils and stuff. And her mouth is like turning away a bit. So the scale of the reference I'm looking at as well is pretty small. I don't think it's the highest resolution. That always makes it a little bit tricky, but it's all good. Just improvise. Get that stretch off the neck, because she's definitely, it seems like she's just coming out of sleep, just about to drag herself up from very deep slumber in the woods, like her mate over here. And I don't know what the drawing is called. I don't know what it's about, but I just grabbed it, liked it, and now I'm studying it. So how long have I got? Been on here 24 minutes. Probably about 15 to 20 left. Not too long, so. Hair is quite a dark value, but I still want to have some of the strands visible and not make it a single mass. There is variation where the light hits. But before I go into too much detail, I'm just going to move around the figure and map out the rest of the placements. As much as I can as well. I need to be aware that I'm not doing too many short strokes because they're just not very attractive to look at. I feel if you can get these confident sweeping strokes, it just makes your drawings look that much better. But usually you need to be a little bit warmed up to do that. And if you haven't been drawing for a while, you might not be as fluid as you usually are. But you can catch yourself doing those little sketchy lines and stop yourself and go for the confident strokes. So I have the rest of the torso and the body is kind of reclining. It's almost like on this slight hill, or it's just curved back and falling off the page. So no comments yet. That's all good. I've seen a couple of times people jump in but then jump off. I wonder if that is the subject matter or the music. Lack of music, I should say, because there isn't any. But you know what, I might stop myself for a minute or two and play some background, or I might just leave it for another stream. Some music. But I'd love to know, anybody who watches this or listens in, if they prefer some very light background music or just the sound of sketching and my voice. I don't know, personally, whenever I see other artists drawing, and I just hear the pencil on paper, it actually just makes me want to draw. So I find it quite motivating. Especially when it's loud, like you can really clearly hear the sounds. I definitely need to get more strokes in, and also these flowing leaves that are everywhere. Get some of these in place. Getting some of those flowing strokes in of the hair. Get some flowing leaves in there too. Let's see, check the time. What we got? About 10 minutes. So, her hand here is, it's so easy for me to forget that I'm on a live stream as well and just get lost in the drawing. Like, it's a funny experience because I can just go quiet and forget and just get lost in this world. Especially when it's quiet, which is great. I love creating with music, but also in silence, especially early on if I'm feeling fresh and just already focused. You don't need music. Sometimes you get some really nice or really interesting ideas come to you, and you can take whatever you're working on in different directions. Because that's what you're fully focused on rather than something else. But I suppose it depends what you're listening to as well. Some music will definitely help you focus. Just getting some stronger values in with this hair. Try and get this second figure in the scene a little bit more. Just working out what's in shadow and stuff, and what's some of the lighter areas. But running out of time. So what's happened? Can't see my screen. Just a call just popped up and it's made my screen go black. Not sure what's happened. Just a sec. There we go. That was weird. Some scammers trying to call me and hang up after 2 seconds. Do it every day. So, just Less than 5 minutes to go. All right. Let's see, there's a lot of leaf stuff down here, a lot of foliage. I'm just going to map some of that in real quick. And then put some of the shadow areas in. And then there's this small tree in the corner of the page popping out. And a lot of the figure is hidden by so many leaves. But I need to get the shadow areas in the face. A bit more. Not long to go. There's like a general sort of value layer behind some of the leaves that are catching light. So just getting some of that in. And then I'll probably pull some of the value out of a eraser, rubber. Trees are fun to draw. There goes my timer. myself 2 more minutes because I was setting up before I actually pressed go on the timer. So just get a little bit more in. Let's see. Get a little bit of these. A bit more of the background. Shade, value, in. It's quite hard to do my strokes. I have to do it in reverse direction because this page is propped up. But actually, if I move a couple of things, I'll just lay it flat. Just real quick, going around the falling leaf shapes, but without being too careful. There's no need, just getting in a little indication of value, tone. Use my finger a little bit too, but I think the stump is better in this case. Just lightly. And the third figure is actually down here, but there's no time for that on this occasion, so. Hi there, Amelia. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate that. It's a study by, I thought it was like a spring image, but I don't know, it could be fall because the leaves, or autumn, there's like falling leaves. But when I saw it, it made me think of spring. And it definitely feels like, I don't know where you are in the world, but today definitely feels like a spring day. So for once, finally out of winter. And I saw this image last night and made me want to do this drawing, so. My timer has gone up to end this because I was giving myself 45 minutes to add to the drawing. So I'm just giving myself an extra few minutes and then I'm going to have to go because I have to start a new oil painting before the natural light goes so I can film it. But yeah, there's I was going to put a third figure just down here sleeping or waking up in the leaves and the grass. There's 3 in total for the composition, but there won't be enough time on this. Oh yeah, oh you're from England as well. Where in England are you from? That's really cool. I'm in Brighton. Yeah. Such a nice day today, so good. I was on my doorstep for a little bit before I did this stream, drinking some tea. I live like very, like in the heartbeat of town, so it's quite lively. East Midlands, nice. I still haven't been to the East Midlands. I studied in the Northwest in Lancashire. I studied games design in Lancashire. But yeah, the East Coast and the East Midlands, I haven't really seen that much of. Definitely need to do some more exploring. Still a lot of places in England that I haven't visited. Are you working on if you're still here, Amelia, are you working on any art today yourself? Just get a little bit of value down here. Just a light indication of it, because there are so many leaves that I could draw in, but I'm just going to put very graphic representation of it. Just get a little bit of value in. Peak District, yeah, nice. I've been to the Lake District. Oh, that's really cool, nice. What was the painting of, and what medium? I painted in oils on plein air in the Lake District a couple of years ago. Was it a couple of years ago or 3 years ago? I think it was 2. In a couple of spots, beautiful out there. So good just to take your sketchbook, even if you don't do plein air painting, and just, you know, pencil sketches and stuff. Love walking through nature, just discovering things and stopping wherever I want. You can journal, can write things down, get ideas for new creations. But anyway, yeah, I'll have a look. I'll see. I'll check if you, I'm sure you've got a link. I'll have a look and see what you've posted, if you've posted it. I think you said you did. So I've gone quite a bit over time. So yeah, I reckon a couple of minutes, I'll just wrap this up and Might continue it later. Just getting some of the dark values of the trees in. Tree. It's one single tree. Young looking tree. What have you said? Foam cut out. That's all good. And Berlin with acrylic. Nice. That's cool. I like painting in oils the most, but I also paint in watercolor and gouache. And a lot of the time when I'm going like on little trips, I just take a travel kit with me and sometimes my easel, and I'll just do painting studies. It's mostly watercolor, but just making the paint opaque with the white gouache, which is really nice. But oils has always been my favorite. I've done some mural painting with acrylics on my travels too, but yeah, I really like the texture, the smell, just what you can do with oils and the look of it all. I know it's probably the most daunting. Well, actually, some people say that about watercolors. A lot of people find watercolors really hard and they don't want to go near it. But a lot of the time it's oils. But I think you can get, like, I don't know, I'm so inspired when I see the masterworks in the galleries and stuff. The massive paintings. Just straight away I'm like, I need to go home and I need to start painting more in oils again. But the watercolor and gouache are a lot of fun. And acrylics are cool because, yeah, you don't have to deal with solvents, or, I mean, you might not like the smell, and some stuff isn't good for you to breathe in. You need to have good ventilation with oils, at least. Acrylics, you can just pack it away quite quickly. But yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out anyway. That's what we've done. Let's see, where am I here? Okay. Some quick indications of leaves and stuff. Yeah, when the weather gets like this, already it sort of makes me think I need to get out painting again. I mean, I don't know if you do plein air ever with your acrylics, but you could if you haven't. And why not? Like, it's amazing. You get the benefit of being outside, and then people can see you, see what you're doing. They can take, you know, a lot of interest in your art. I've sold paintings on the spot before, so you can get that as well. People literally want to buy it off you there and then, if you want to sell it, of course. And if it's not attached, bound to a bound sketchbook, I mean, you could still remove the page. But... And you never know, you might meet other artists too. I mean, if you're like me, when you see another artist drawing or painting out in nature, you go and take a closer look and have a chat. And you get the benefits of being outdoors as well. I can feel really guilty if I just stay in, especially when it's sunny. Really nice. I mean, I feel like I need to get 1 or 2 hours at least being out there, getting a bit of sun. But all of it is so much fun, really. And you don't have to have an easel, you can just... I started doing plein air with just me sitting down in spots and just having a small sketchbook that I'd rest on my lap or rest on a wall or something like that. And just find like a little place to sit. But you might already be experienced with plein air, so... And if you do it that way as well, a lot of time people won't notice anyway from a distance what you're doing, because as soon as you set up an easel and you're in a busy place, unless you're somewhere away from people, it can be a bit distracting, because until you settle into like a flow state, because so many people will find interest in what you're doing and might be hovering talking to you and you're trying to concentrate. Like it's great, but sometimes it can be a little bit distracting. Alright, a few more lines. Cool. Right, I think we're going to wrap things up. For anybody watching a replay, thank you very much. And yeah, thank you, Amelia Rose Illustrations, for commenting and engaging. Appreciate it. And I hope you all have an amazing day. I went about 15 minutes over what I wanted to, but it's all good. I'm now going to have to be quick with the oil painting, but it's absolutely fine. Have an amazing day wherever you are watching, listening around the world, and I'll see you